Though International Women's Day has passed, many consider March to be Women's History Month. This is a month-long recognition, celebration, and empowerment of women around the world for their contribution to society on all levels. Earlier this week, a group of young professional women on Nevis launched Sis Inc. This is a rescue center for underprivileged women to provide free legal advice and other forms of support to women and girls. Today, we are joined by one of the directors of this initiative, Althea Campbell, to learn more about Sis Inc. Good morning, Althea. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Okay, so Sis Inc. was launched on the 7th of March. What was the key thought that you intended to register with those in attendance and viewing?
Well, when we had this ceremony for Sis Inc., we really wanted to underscore the importance of providing legal support to those who are underprivileged. You know, not everyone in our community can afford legal services. It can be quite expensive. But as part of women empowerment, we think that women should have access to legal advice to be able to make informed decisions about anything that affects their lives or affect the lives of their minor children. So this was the thought process behind the development of Sis Inc. However, we wanted to go a bit further, and we also wanted to ensure that other types of support is offered to women. So part of what we'll be doing will be offering academic counseling or career counseling to women and girls in need. Academic counseling will focus on helping girls to apply to that school that they're interested in or apply for that scholarship that might fund their studies. And career coaching would be to help women get connected to women who are in positions that they might aspire to be in at some point, so that they can have some form of mentorship in order to get to that level. So that is it in a summary.
All right, so tell us about the idea, the journey to bring Sis Inc. to fruition. How did it evolve from that idea that you might have had, however long ago you had it, to the launch on March 7th?
Okay, it hasn't been too much of a long journey because we only started late last year when the idea was birthed based on, as I said, the recognition that women need all types of support, and we wanted to offer tangible support by providing these services. So I came up with the idea and I approached two of my friends, the other directors. One is Janelle Nisbet. She is the director for the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. And the other is Karif Williams, who is the acting general manager for National Caribbean Insurance Limited here in Nevis. And I shared the idea with them, and I was so overwhelmed that they were thrilled about the idea and thought it was something that could serve our community really well. And so from that, it was just a matter of going through the legal processes to get registered as a company, to share the idea with other people who might be interested and also people who might benefit from the services. And then here we are at our launch.
Congratulations, Kat.
Congrats, indeed. Why the name Sis Inc.?
The name Sis Inc. was chosen because we understand the importance of sisterhood, being from a society where, it's very woman-centered. The women take a leading role in many aspects of our society, notwithstanding we're not too much involved in politics. In the social aspects and so forth, women are very involved, and we believe that we do rely on each other significantly for that type of support. And so sisterhood is very important to us, and we wanted something that women could relate to, because I think every woman knows we have friends, female friends, we have mothers and aunts that we turn to for guidance and for help. And so we wanted to convey that feeling of sisterhood, which is essentially the idea behind Sis Inc.
Well, I understand that you provide a range of services. My question to you, Althea, is was there any particular set of circumstances that guided the formation of Sis Inc., in particular as it relates to a service that might be more relied upon than others?
Yes. Well, first of all, I work at the legal department in Nevis, and I've worked here for approximately 4 years. And during my time here, I receive a lot of phone calls from people who want legal advice. And I'm always having to tell them that I'm sorry, this is not the kind of advice that we offer, because we only advise the departments of government and the officials of government in a work-related context. So having recognized that there was a need for a service for people, the man, the female on the street who needs legal advice, that was the initial thought process behind Sis Inc. But then based on our experiences as young women who would have gone off to study and so forth, we also recognized that there were other forms of support that we could offer, because sometimes you want to go to college and you just don't know how to apply, or you don't have anybody to guide you on, which career path would be most appropriate for you based on your interest or your abilities. And so we kind of wanted to, having walked that road before, give back to girls behind us by offering the service so that they don't have to wonder who to turn to for guidance. So essentially, as I said earlier, we'll be offering legal advice, free legal advice to underprivileged women, but we'll also be offering career coaching and academic coaching to girls and women in need.
How many persons will be facilitating assistance now and at the start of this program? And do you intend for the numbers to grow?
Right now we have 3 directors, but other women have already indicated an interest in coming on board. And of course, we welcome any woman who is interested. Our plan is to have not just directors, but we also would have membership so that we can draw from a large group of women in terms of establishing a fundraising committee, because it's a nonprofit, so we need to raise funds. And also to have, let's say, for example, our public relations committee. So we do intend to have members, and we're currently engaging with the women who would have indicated an interest in our organization to become part of our membership. We also intend to have associate mentors, because a lot of women simply do not have the time to commit to a full membership or to commit to being a director of the company. So what the associate mentors would do is, whenever called upon, for instance, if there's a young woman who's interested in becoming a doctor, for example, and we have an associate member who is a doctor and she wants to speak with a doctor to find out how to get there, what are some of the challenges, what can I expect, then we would be the liaison. We would link these 2 persons and help them to build a professional relationship until, that relationship takes on a life of its own. So yes, we do have just 3 official directors now, as well as the other women who have indicated an interest, but soon we'll be engaging the public more to get some membership.
And what can you tell us, Althea, about the professional background of the directors and also the members that you have? Because in relation to you were stating about the mentorship program before, I'm curious, professional backgrounds, what do you have and what do you need in order to build capacity?
Okay, sure. So I'm a lawyer. That is mainly my professional background, and I have a master's degree in international maritime law. But having worked at the legal department, I would say that my expertise is very diverse, because I'm not expected to do one type of law. So I would do legislative drafting, which is what gave me a lot of exposure to some of the legal issues, as well as civil litigation in high court and in the magistrates court. The next director, Janelle Nisbet, is a former teacher. She taught at the Gingerland Secondary School for several years, and she has a bachelor's degree in history. So she's now the director, very appropriate, she's the director of the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. And she's also very active in the community, so she understands, and we all, I think, understand women issues. The other director is Kerry Williams, and she has a background in, in the finances sector. As I said, she is the Assistant General Manager for the National Insurance Company Limited here in Nevis. The other women that have indicated interest are mostly lawyers, but we do have some on board who are teachers and who are just persons within the community who we think also have the appropriate expertise to help offer some guidance to our girls. So women who work in the hotel industry, women who work for the government, these are the type of people that we see indicating an interest in our organization at this point.
You are a legal practitioner, and we understand that Sis Inc. seeks to provide free legal counsel to underprivileged girls. Why was this important to you?
It's important to me because I think a big aspect of empowering women is providing them with the information that they need to make informed decisions. And oftentimes, some women just simply cannot afford to pay for legal services. It's also important because a lot of women, experience, for example, having children with men who don't support their children, and they're not sure how to enforce their rights, how to access the courts to ensure that that father is made to pay child support. Some women are in abusive relationships and they just don't know where to turn to for assistance. And we didn't want to have the cost of legal services to be prohibitive to prevent women from seeking the help that they need. And so we decided that we would offer the help free of cost to underprivileged women to be able to empower them.
I love your passion for that. Love your passion. Thank you for that as well.
As I said, Associate Member Cortensia, please remember to tap into her. So one of the core principles of Sis Inc. is sisterhood. And on a personal level, Althea, we're taking you back in time a little bit to find out whether or not you had that nurturing from other women to get you to the point where you are now willing to contribute to others' development. What can you tell us about that?
I have some very significant mentors, especially in my career. Both my seniors, Ms. Rhonda Nisbet Brown, as well as the legal advisor to the Nevis administration, Ms. Helen Ann Lewis, have been immensely supportive in everything that I've done in terms of my career. And I was very lucky because I felt like a lot of times when a woman enters a certain field, sometimes it might be viewed as a competition, and instead of being mentored, she's, just kind of sidelined. And I felt like the women in my field, well, especially at my department, have been extremely supportive. They've offered guidance and instruction on, career opportunities and so forth. And I'm grateful to them for that. Other than that, I think I can't not give credit. I've had a lot of support, especially from men as well. So yes, we are embracing sisterhood and we want to provide that to women. But of course, we still recognize the contribution of men to women's development as well.
All right, how can persons get involved in the organization? And is it also contributions, et cetera, open to men?
Yes, anyone can get involved, really. You can just by reaching out to any one of our platforms, so on social media, or by calling us or by sending us an email. Some women have just contacted me directly, but we're open to any form of contact. We're not selective. Anyhow that you feel comfortable reaching out to us, you can do that. Men are welcome. I think a question was asked, will they be a Bro Inc.? Our target is women because we understand women and we want to lend support to women, but we don't intend to turn away anyone. So men can also access our services. So I hope that the name will not, make them feel uncomfortable because we don't intend to turn anyone away. So men can come on board if they want to support, and they can also access our services.
Oh, that's great.
So in our final question, can you tell us what's next for Sis Inc.?
Well, what's next for Sis Inc? We want to get our website up and running because we think it is an important component of the service we will be providing. So our focus for the short term is getting our website up and running and building our membership. We've already started engaging with women who have, need for our services, and we're grateful that based on the publicity, this interview included. So I thank you for that. Women have already been reaching out to us. So we're just fostering our relationships with the women who need our services, and also working on getting our website so that it's easier for them and for everyone to see the services that we offer.
Well, I have to say it's a great initiative. I know Cortensia is impressed, but definitely a great initiative. I wish you all the very best as you continue, and stay close because you never know, there might be room for us to collaborate in the future, especially with the person sitting beside me who is now vying for your associate membership.
Yes, we'll be happy to have her.